Okay, so I bought $30 lucid dreaming pills, and in this video, we're gonna see if they work or not. But first, here's some context. Okay, so over the last week, I've been trying everything that I could think of to learn how to lucid dream. I tried researching it first to see if I could learn how to do it naturally, and I did an experiment with that over 72 hours, and the results were eh. Then I bought a lucid dreaming mask, and I used that for 48 hours, and the results were eh. Now, while both of those experiments taught me different things about lucid dreaming, neither of those experiments were really accomplishing what I'm looking for. So in my last video, I gave myself 48 hours to test the lucid dreaming mask, so we're gonna do the exact same thing with these pills. So we have 2 days. If this does not get me to lucid dream, I genuinely do not know what will.
Oh, also, if you're new, you may be wondering, why am I going, to such lengths to learn how to lucid dream? Well, here's a clip from my last video that should help explain the situation.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've always had pretty wild nightmares, but specifically nightmares about rather large insects crawling all over me. If I can learn to lucid dream, I can revisit those nightmares and quite literally squash them. Squash the bugs in those nightmares and then never have those nightmares again.
Yeah, so I mean, squashing bugs in the nightmares is definitely a motivator for sure.
Okay, now while I am optimistic about this experiment, there is one tiny little obstacle in front of us, okay? And let me show you what that is. These pills are really just tests, and apparently some reviewers have complained of bad side effects. Bad experience, stomach problems. I had my one tablet, was up all night wide awake, had diarrhea at 4:30 a.m. and then woke up again at 6:30 a.m. My stomach felt unsteady for 2 days afterward. Asked seller if I could send, okay, well, the rest of that doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Side effects. However, regardless of the potential risks in front of us, we have a mission to complete, and we've got 2 days. Here are the pills. Okay, I did that for dramatic effect, but now it just seems kind of dumb.
Okay, it's day 1 of testing the pills. However, after reading that Amazon review earlier, I think there is a quick errand that I should run to help protect myself from any unwanted side effects.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's real hot. Welcome to Sweat-tember. Get it? Because it's hot. Anyway, let's go. Wally World. I got it, but I'm not gonna show you what it is. This is probably the most embarrassing Walmart experience of my life. And, well, the reason why is because I just bought a diaper. Actually, diapers. And no, okay, you sicko. Adult diapers, okay? I'm not some weirdo. It is a little bit restrictive on how you walk, okay? You kind of waddle a little bit because there's a lot of material. Okay, yeah, nope, this is pretty much a joke. It's a joke, hopefully. However, I did just literally go to Walmart and buy a mega box of adult diapers because this is the only size they sold them in. And I did all of that for this bit right here. So if you could subscribe, that'd be awesome, because the looks that I received in Walmart were physically painful. There was this one guy who was just really staring at me. He looked like his name was Kyle. But yeah, he made me insecure. Like I was the weird one for buying adult diapers. Either way, we are prepared for night 1.
Okay, anyway, around 9 p.m., I started getting ready for bed. And I can't lie, I was a little nervous to take the pill. But hey, I did it, okay? And then promptly put on an adult diaper in case the whole diarrhea thing happens. Totally, probably joking. Hee. Anyway, I got in bed, hoping for a lucid dream, and before I knew it, I fell asleep.
What is in these? What the heck? I have no idea how to explain what happened last night, except for maybe I feel brainwashed. It doesn't even feel like I didn't dream. It feels like my memory was literally like erased. So there's that. I guess that's a fancy way of saying day 1 absolutely did not work.
Okay, with day 1 down the toilet, I wanted to make sure that day 2 had every chance it could to be successful. Also, please ignore the dry skin there on my nose. It happens after I take hot showers, so no making fun of me is allowed. So I tried to make sure that throughout this experiment, I was still practicing the 5 lucid dreaming techniques that I learned in the first video of this experiment. Just to increase my chances. But in case you are not avid subscriber, here's a clip from my last video to help break it down. there are 5 common techniques that you can use to incite lucid dreaming. Here's my speed summary on those 5 things. 1. Reality testing. This is where you just test reality and make sure you aren't dreaming throughout the day. It's kind of weird. Number 2, getting more sleep to increase your chance of REM sleep, so you need to go to bed earlier. Number 3, suggestions. This is basically just suggesting to yourself that you will lucid dream over and over, and yes, it's very weird.
I'm going to have a lucid dream. I'm going to have a lucid dream. I am going to have.
Number 4, keep a dream journal. Keeping a journal of all your dreams, it helps your brain be more conscious of remembering dreams. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. Number 5, thinking about past dreams before you go to bed. Anyway, I made sure to keep these techniques in mind as day 2 just started flying by. Then before I knew it, it was time to take
the second pill. And I don't want to. I don't want to take the pill because it's scary. With the mask, you're putting something on you. With this, you're putting something in you. I don't like that. It is at moments like these where I must remember why we are doing this. If I can learn to lucid dream, I can revisit those nightmares and quite literally squash them. Squash the bugs in those nightmares. Okay.
In that moment, I got over my fear and realized that this was for the greater good. So I took that pill, let out a sigh, and strapped on my adult diaper. Still only kind of joking. Anyway, after all of that, it was finally time for bed.
I know it's only day 2, but these pills stink. These pills stink worse than the side effects they're supposed to have. It may be too early to be talking like this, but genuinely completely blank. As if, I don't know, as if my memory was erased, okay? Not a fan, okay? Not a fan, to put it lightly. But I definitely don't feel like I'm remembering dreams better. I genuinely feel like my mind was erased, and that's just so strange because that's the opposite of what it's supposed to do. So, what can we say? Well, I'll tell you what we can say. We can say that day 2 was not successful. Aggressive.
Okay, so my overall consensus over the last 48 hours is that these pills are weird, and they make your brain feel weird. However, luckily, they didn't make my bowels feel weird. Now, I know I only used them for 2 days, but with how I felt each morning, I really don't want to use them any longer than that. Anyway, by now, it's been a full week of me trying these 3 different experiments to learn how to lucid dream, and I can honestly say, pretty much the mask is really the only thing that seemed to kind of help with lucid dreaming. So unfortunately, I guess for now, the bugs will continue to live on in my nightmares. Anyway, watch parts 1 and 2 if you haven't yet, and subscribe for my next adventure. Okay, bye.